Yeah, that's from our boy Ferrari Fresh, man. Tripod
Ferrari
Sports.
Fresh?
Woo!
What's that? What?
Hey, something's going on right now. Like I don't know if this is a first time watcher, if you're our friends from from the Navy, from our workplace.
Some people have been asking for this, haven't they?
Oh, they've been asking.
They've been asking, and we provided.
Santa provided. Do you want to say Santa or you want to say we?
No, it was definitely we.
It was we. You're right.
It was we.
All of us together. Tripod Sports, betting and fantasy. Repping it right here, man. This is our logo. We're so glad if you've been hearing us recently. Now you're seeing us. We have improved. Now we are doing video. We are moving on up. As you can tell, putting in the work. Our boy, let's start here. It's your boy, B. Waddle. If you don't know me, who I got next to me?
You got your boy, Jay Camp.
Oh, yeah.
The main person set all this up.
Oh, yeah. He wants, let's give credit where credit's due.
Give credit where credit due. I appreciate it. Spent hours and hours on this.
Woo! He got a lot of free time. He's taking care of that stimulus check is really helping.
It's already gone.
And it's gone.
It's paid off.
And it's gone. And our boy from International Waters, let him know who you are.
You already know who it is, baby. Finally putting a face to the mouth, baby. It's your boy Jay Clem over here, baby, in International Waters. It is currently 12:45 a.m. my time, but I'm here. I love the pod, baby. We're going to have a good episode for you. Let's get it.
Woo, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that is true. This is the first time the fans have actually ever seen
and Clem. Jay Clem over there, too. For the people who know him, might not recognize him right now.
Oh.
That's Joseph right there.
Oh, is this like a...
That is CS...
Oh, throwing out legal
CS,
terms. Whoa.
I don't know.
Chill out.
Captain's
chill out,
Cook.
man.
I'll go with Captain's Cook Clem.
Point
Captain's
is,
Cook Clem.
what he's saying, we're all on, we some big boys around here. We got excited. We were on a little hiatus a year ago. We all lost a lot of weight where we work.
We've also gained a lot of weight.
We are a veteran-owned podcast.
That is correct.
If you're a veteran, we love you. You know that. If you support veterans, we love you again. But the point is, we came home. We ate some food. We ate some good food.
We ate a lot of food.
We ate a lot of food. We drank a lot of beer.
We traveled a lot of places.
Traveled a lot of places.
And ate their food.
Point is, your boys were almost on like a Biggest Loser challenge. And right now, Clem is in the lead. But guess what? We are catching right up. Josh, what'd you say? You said you picked the controller up. You did the vacuum this morning. You did the whole house.
You're losing me. Don't know where you're going with that.
I was going to say you got off the couch. You did a little work.
From sun up to sundown, I've literally been working on this.
You've been working on doors. Everybody. He's got a second business. We're going to
need a
pop
barn
that
door? Let me know.
We're going to throw that in, man. Point is,
I'm your guy.
That's his guy. Point is, guys, let's get started. This is our Tripod Sports. We are a sports podcast, and guess what? Let's talk about the most recent thing that just happened.
Oh, and Nolan, if you are watching, this is your mic.
Nolan,
just wanted to put that out there.
Nolan will be back soon, and he wants his mic back. Is what he told me.
That's fine. You got to bring a camera.
Let's talk about what just happened. My Ohio State Buckeyes in the semifinals of the college playoffs just took on the greatest QB in history of college football. We'll get to it. I know what you're already wondering when I make a statement like that. Took on the great Trevor Lawrence and Clemson Tigers, and guess what? They put on a show. And I'll tell you, all my wishes, they were exceeded in what I wanted for Christmas, what I wanted for a New Year's resolution. It was for my Buckeyes, who were only 6-0 because they were so fucking good. The 1,800 years before that, they deserved a shot in this playoff, the semifinals because
Playoff.
It's a crazy year.
What are you talking about?
Clem, I know you're a little upset about it. You said, hey, maybe Ohio State didn't play enough games, whatever, but we were a little lackluster game. We don't even need to talk about Alabama and Notre Dame. That game was weak. They kind of proved Notre Dame. I don't know, man. They just always
should never be allowed in a playoff.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They go 11-1
This isn't
or
really,
10-1. They find a way in. They don't deserve it, man.
I don't know.
They really don't.
It's a joke.
But it came down to Clemson, Ohio State, the rematch from last year. Controversial game that I believe, and most people in America, I believe, think Ohio State won that game. They deserved it. They got cheated. Bad targeting call. A very questionable reversal of a fumble return for a touchdown that was called on the field as that. Video evidence did not prove that. But guess what? We got the last laugh. The Ohio State Buckeyes came back, and we going to the championship, baby. Woo! It was a great year. Clem, talk about the game. I know I don't want to overrate how great Justin Fields played, but you got to give him a little props. Give me something here.
I will give Justin Fields props. He played good.
Oh.
The problem is, though,
Okay.
is you're a Buckeye fan, so you're obviously going to agree to it.
I have blinders on. Keep going.
Do you think Justin Fields can play that like that back to back?
So here's something Ohio State fans are worried about. So the thing was going into this game, this whole year he hasn't played like he kind of showed last year. The game he played against Clemson, he did a lot more last year than he did this year. The big games against Northwestern, against Indiana, he didn't show up, threw some bad picks. But guess what? We knew it was in there, and we were kind of shocked at how we beat Clemson. Thing is, Alabama is a different, that's a different beast right there. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Your biggest problem is you double Smith, you leave Waddle open.
Whoa, Waddle is not for sure playing the game. I don't think he's going to play.
I'm counting him in, baby.
I would know. As your boy B. Waddle, my cousin, Jalen Waddle, I texted his mom and
I can see the resemblance.
And his grandma. It's you can't tell from the same. It's the same,
Yeah,
We're the same resemblance. It's all in the family. Distant cousin.
What I'm saying is there's too many offensive weapons on Alabama and Harris and Smith.
Of course he's going to go in.
You guys aren't going to. You're not going to be able to stop it.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Point is, I'm excited for the game. I'm not even going to brag that, yes, we beat them last time we played them. First college football championship, or it was actually semifinals, number 1 Alabama against, the Ohio State Buckeyes, 12-gauge, Cordell Jones. We ended up pulling off the huge upset, and they were a better team back then. This year, it's a little more even, but yes, everybody's picking Alabama to win. But I'm excited for it, man.
Wait, you said it's even? You think that you're even with Alabama?
I'm saying offensively.
So you're saying you would take a bet with no spread, straight up?
Yeah, 2-1 odds. I mean,
see,
that's there it is
in Vegas. In Vegas, we're looking at
2-1 favor of Ohio.
No, obviously Alabama is favored in the game. It's the crimson colors. They got Forrest Gump on their side. Alabama.
I just don't understand that.
I'll make you a believer.
You always want to. You make a ridiculous statement like that. You just said we're even, and then we want to say, okay, let's put the bread up, and you're like, yeah, of course, 2-1 odds. Give me the spread.
Well, I'm going to be fair about it. I learned the older I got, there's a difference between betting and smart betting. And right now, that is what we consider smart betting. And that's what we do at Tripod Sports, betting and fantasy.
Tripod Sports, betting and fantasy.
We like to, we like to add a little entertainment. We're gonna season our picks, that we give you. They might not be the greatest picks in the world. We're not experts. We never claim to be experts. But guess what? We got a lot of knowledge. Self-taught. We're kind of like Cobra Kai,
Still in the second season.
Oh, my God. Our boy Josh, not even on the 3rd season of Cobra Kai. That's kind of embarrassing right there. I'm sorry for all the listeners.
I'm a bigger fan of the movies than I am the show.
Quiet.
All right. So should we need to start getting into what
moving
we're
on to the main
for.
topic. To why we assembled, why we are put in all this work to put out this podcast.
Do you want to talk
really?
about...
I mean, if you really want to break it down, Trevor Lawrence isn't the greatest quarterback of all time in college. Just saying. But next.
We can get to that later. As a Jags fan, I'm a
You're just saying
huge
that as a Jags fan. Exactly.
Trevor Lawrence fan. The point is, we like to bet on games, and what's coming up that's super exciting, this crazy playoffs, man.
Playoffs.
COVID 2020.
The bubble's coming back.
We finally made it to the playoffs. Nobody thought we'd actually make it here. We didn't know as a podcast if we were going to make it here, but guess what? We got video. Yeah. We got the audio. My boy Josh over here.
What can I say?
He knows Hamilton, so I'm going to throw it out there, man. Texan connects. He knows all these guys. But we're going to be getting into these games, man. You want to start it out right away? You want to get right into The first game of the week, Saturday. We got a triple header, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, back to back. So I don't have exactly what is it?
No, they're in order.
No, they're in order. Okay, I was making sure they're
Colts
in order.
at Bills.
All right, so yeah, we got Colts at Bills. Bills at -6.5. Sorry, your handwriting's a little scratched.
Sorry, but and what we're going to do, we're going to be talking about these games, the games that we like. We're going to talk about who we like to win, but then we're also going to be given spreads at the end of it. You know, like we're going to give a pick on spreads, but just overall who's going to win the game because it's playoffs. You know, they play to win. This isn't like, hey, whatever, we'll lose by 8 points because it's Kansas City. Kansas City's not playing this weekend. We know that, but
No, they got to buy.
we'll go from there. So Colts at Bills. This is one of my favorite games.
Colts at Bills, solid game. Solid game.
Oh,
I'm going. So I already said Bills are a -6.5. But I don't, are we giving picks already or no?
I mean, let's talk real quick
We
about
can
this.
discuss.
I want to talk about what impresses me about the Bills right away. Josh Allen, right now, if Aaron Rodgers didn't have the season, Josh Allen still, I think, deserves to be in that MVP discussion. What he did with Buffalo this year compared to the last few years, everybody thought they didn't know if he was going to be that franchise QB, but guess what? Adding just Stephon Diggs, who is a great wide receiver, and I bet you ask Stephon Diggs, he's pretty happy right now because he's one of the leading receivers in passing yards for the whole year. My boy Josh Allen kind of deserves MVP, I think. What do you feel about that, Clem? Come on. Over in international waters, are they watching Buffalo Bills? Nobody else in America usually is, but they're a scary
International
team.
waters, they're not watching the Buffalo Bills.
They're
They
too
probably don't
boring.
even know it's the NFL playoffs.
Ooh.
But hey, that's what I'm here for. That's what International Water Superstar is here for.
Mm-hmm.
Give out this. But I do have to agree with you. It's amazing. This shows exactly how a quarterback, if he is surrounded by the right weapons, how good that he can be. And by them bringing Stephon Diggs in, proved how good he is.
Yeah,
He
you got to
already has.
the
I think he already
coordinators
has
are
a
good
strong
too.
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Love the
I think,
coordinators.
for sure. I think he already has the strongest arm in the league.
He's up there, definitely.
And with bringing Stephon Diggs in and Allen, I'm telling you, man, the Bills are nice this year, man. The Bills are nice.
They
Who
got a
would've
good
thought? Who would've
defense,
thought?
man. They got a good defense. They got if you can play at Buffalo, like they got home field. They're a 3 seed, so they could have 1-2 games at home. Point is, this is gonna be a tough game for the Colts, man. Colts are used to playing in a dome. They have a great defense. Don't get me wrong. The Colts have a great defense, but will they be able to stop Josh Allen and those Buffalo Bills? Who they've never been over that hump since the late 80s, early 90s, back when they went to the Super Bowl 4 times. They haven't won. They won finally. I think they made it to a playoff game when they had with Taylor, but I don't think they won a game. So this is a big hurdle for them. I think they're going to come out strong in this game. Josh, I know you got your eye on this one. Colts and Bills. This is defense versus defense in the cold weather of Buffalo, New York. The only real New York team there is.
Yes.
Straight up, who you like in this one?
I'm going Colts.
Whoa. You're just going the upset right off.
Just going upset.
Off the rip.
Because
Wow.
just put it out there. Colts.
Phillip Rivers, man.
Something on that paper that you wrote just screams big dub.
See,
Upset.
Josh, if you're not a big listener, you already know Josh is like the silent assassin. So he might not know all the stats. He might not know all the players, but guess what? He makes picks.
I don't think I've had a losing week. I don't think I've had a winning week, but I haven't had a losing week of picks either.
I'm
averaging about close to like 500.
You get some winners in there, and sometimes I sit there and I scratch my head. The rest of the hair falls out. Don't worry, I'm hiding it with the hat. Point is, when you say the Colts, that makes me start second guessing exactly what I was thinking. I was like, wait a second, what the hell?
What is Josh's knowledge?
I'm thinking Buffalo's going to win by 30.
What is his knowledge telling him?
What does he know that I don't know? Phillip Rivers is 48.
That's exactly, you're overthinking it.
Phillip Rivers is 48, almost in a casket. And you know what?
Put him in a coffin.
I kind of agree. Like, the Colts defense scares me.
What I imagine
their
is
run game is sick.
20 years from now, can they make a movie about the Colts? If the Colts, let's say, win it all, will that be a movie in 20 years?
I mean,
even if they lose in the finals,
if Phillip Rivers
even if
kids
they
are
lose in that
directing
Super Bowl, it's movie worthy. If the Bills win,
no, the Colts,
What?
the Bills have not been to the
Bills haven't
playoffs.
been.
I don't think they've ever won a Super Bowl.
Well, no, I don't think they've ever won a Super Bowl, but they've been in the playoffs before, haven't they? Or is this their first playoff appearance?
No. So
No, the Colts have been in the playoffs way more than the Bills.
No, I
Yeah.
said no. We were talking about Bills.
Peyton Manning, of course, won back in the day with the Colts.
Yeah.
The thing is, with the Buffalo
Manning,
Bills,
greatest
Eli.
quarterback of all time.
That was
Buffalo
Eli-
Bills made 4 straight Super Bowls before you were born. I think it was super early 90s, late 80s,
Yes, I wasn't born.
late 80s, early
Fred
90s.
30s.
Rolled out 71. Back in Woodstock. It all ties together. Point is, I think the Buffalo Bills, man, this is their time to shine. And Josh Allen, he's their leader. Follow him on that horse. He's going to lead them to victory, man. I feel like it's the Spartans, man. It's just like the movie. I think not only is Buffalo going to win, they're not going to just win the game. They're going to win by 2 touchdowns. I said it. 2 touchdowns. Phillip Rivers, he's going to throw over under on 1 pick. He's throwing at least 1 pick. Might throw 2. Josh Norman, pick 6 in this game. Watch out.
Josh Norman.
Josh Norman, he's also 35 years old. But guess what? He reads
This is the same
Phillip
Josh
Rivers.
Norman that got thrown like a rag doll by Derrick Henry.
I can't wait till we get into that. I'm excited for that. That's my game of the week.
Mr. International, who do you have for this game?
Oh, this one's simple. Very simple. I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy James Parrott. Going with the Bills in this one. Going with the Bills.
All right.
It's simple. I don't think they're gonna win by 2 touchdowns though. I see maybe a touchdown.
So they're barely going to cover the spread.
So you're saying they're barely
Maybe 10.
covering the spread. Spread's minus 6.5. So you're saying they're getting
it's a
minimum
good
7.
spread.
I think they're gonna cover the spread.
All right. So let me ask you: if the spread was 7, would you still go with them?
Yeah, I think they're just too nasty. What they did to the Dolphins last week was just
Oh, they
disgusting.
put that 50 pointer
And it
on
just
them.
proved that's another thing. And
Put that Steph Curry on them.
Not only that, but you know how much satisfaction I got watching that game? And I know you guys probably don't even know why. Well, Waddle probably does.
Let me look back. Miami. Ooh. Is it the same
Ooh.
person who maybe we got a few friends that are Miami fans. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
How about you tell us
Completely.
before Waddle puts his foot in his mouth?
I got so much satisfaction by sitting there and watching Tua play so bad.
It goes hand in hand.
It's just a satisfaction because you sit back as a Herbert fan. I've been telling people Herbert was the best quarterback out of that draft, and he proved it this year. And then Tua plays terrible, and you're like, well,
We even had a whole episode devoted to who was going to be the best rookie QBs, and I believe our boy Josh over here, he picked Tua.
That is correct.
At least my guy, his leg got snapped in half. Joe Burrow. Buckets Burrow. He was doing great. Herbert came on strong. I'm gonna give you a little props there, man. Your boy, Justin Herb. He might have the herpes on the face when you look with the. When he
Damn.
doesn't have the
Completely
Shit,
different.
helmet
okay.
on. But
And you have the short man syndrome, but go on.
our boy can really throw.
Take your hat off.
Your boy is really good. I give him props. He had a great
See that widow's
rookie
peak fly.
year. Point is, if we want to talk about rookie of the year, we already know who I like. My man James Robinson, undrafted out of Jacksonville. But that's another discussion. That's,
All right. So before we get to the second game, we're going to take an early break this episode. We're going to take an early one, and we'll be back.
we're going to be right back with you guys. That you would have thought it was a remix with my body, but it wasn't. That was our boy Ferrari Fresh doing it again.
That was definitely not Ferrari Fresh, but let's keep it going.
We borrowed it.
Definitely wasn't Ferrari Fresh.
We probably owe money for that one then.
Nope, that one's the free one.
Only if we get too big. But we're back, man. Glad for you staying with us, man.
Yeah, we're starting it big. We're coming back. We're talking about playoffs. Talking about, he's drinking water.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about playoffs.
No.
All right, so coming up next, we got Rams Seattle. Seattle -3, close game. Seattle's got home field advantage. It's going to be so, and I'll tell you right now, I looked up the weather. Pretty much the weather is going to be the exact same in all the places. You're talking
95 degrees.
Mid-30s, low 40s. Unless they're in a dome.
So that's not that bad for this time for
It's
football.
not. I will say I don't know which one of these are not in a dome.
That's a
Seattle
scary
don't
thing.
have dome, do they?
New Orleans has a dome.
I know New Orleans does, but I'm saying Washington does not.
Does not have a dome.
Tennessee does not.
Nope.
Steelers don't.
No.
So what I learned is all the cold places don't have domes.
Isn't that ironic?
It's weird.
That's so
They
weird.
should, you would think out of all the places.
Minnesota has a dome.
I was going to say Minnesota has
Minnesota has one.
Yeah,
They need one.
Yeah,
Yeah, the little white
but
girl
also
in
like
Minnesota.
Green Bay doesn't. Isn't Green Bay?
If there's a team, we can get into that. But
If there's a team that needs one, it's Green Bay.
Yes, Green Bay needs a dome, and that's the most
Was
unfair.
it the Ice Bowl of what?
Yeah, back in 1904. It's the biggest bullshit for home field advantage. Like, it doesn't prove how good of a team is. That's why I kind of like college football, how they play in the warm weather for the playoffs. You know, they either play in a dome or they play South or West Coast. They're playing in Cali. They're playing in Florida. I don't know. Point is, you want to see them at their best. But Green Bay has a big advantage because of that.
Huge advantage.
Woo!
Numerous times when it's just blanketed with snow, they gotta call timeouts and go mark the hashes.
Devontae Adams, I don't know what it is. The man knows how to play in snow. I don't know if you caught week 17, but he killed me in fantasy where he got another 2 or 3 touchdowns. And the man just has like these snow boots, and everybody else is in cleats, slipping and sliding all over. My man Devontae Adams, and they know they're throwing to him. That's the sickest thing about Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams connection going on. It's a little two-way flight nobody else is involved on.
That is correct.
Anywho, back to the Rams Seahawks.
So going Rams.
What do we got?
So, like I said, weather is going to be 38 to 42 during the gameplay is what it's estimated right now. Seattle -3. How do you feel? Like stadiums still aren't packed.
I got
so
some
there is
stats.
no 12th man.
Guess what the Rams defense is? I'm going to give you a hint. It's either first or second.
Second.
No. First overall. It's probably our boy Aaron Donald. They got the best cornerback in the league, Jalen Ramsey.
I don't know why you said the Rams defense.
But what's crazy is they don't even have their mediocre quarterback, Jared Goff, playing in this game. Who do we have, Clem? I heard there's a chance Blake Bortles might play this game. Third stringer.
Blake Bortles, and there's a couple other no names I have. Bryce Perkins.
Bryce Perkins. Where'd they find him?
You haven't heard of
from?
him?
Is he a baseball
is
player?
It time for Brycey's time to shine?
Oh, Brycey boy?
His brother is Harper.
Oh. They just have different last names. That's weird.
Stepbrother.
Oh,
It's like me and my brother, you know?
There it is.
Same first name.
I know how you get down in your family. Yeah. They all
You
brothers.
only afford one name.
I'm guessing this is the 4th string. John Wolford.
Okay. At that point, that's where I question the NFL.
He's the guy, in Madden, he just has a number, no name?
Yeah, like he's a rating 60 overall, and he has he's got a jersey number. No name, no credentials, or anything. It's really like his job on the team is just to like gather all the equipment. Like he's kind of equipment manager, but he's
Probably like one of those guys where you got like change his last name so the announcers can say it because they don't have.
Yeah, the game glitches.
I always had that problem. Is I would type in my last name and there's no professional player named Campo. So like,
wait, now you're getting serious on us. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I know we had a Mexican. We had a Mexican basketball player before, but if
one of them.
Well, it was like 2. I think it was 2. Are we counting?
Anyway,
I'm sorry about the football
We're talking
thing.
playoffs. Rams, Seattle.
Keep it going,
Rams
baby.
Seattle. I feel Seattle's -3. I'm just jumping into it. I'm taking Seattle.
I think this is a given. I'm kind of let down. If Jared Goff was playing this game, I'd be a little more excited. If Jared Goff is officially ruled out, which international superstar, he gets 6 hours ahead of us. He gets the fastest internet, the fastest news.
He sees 6 hours into the future.
Into the future, he knows. 6 hours ahead of
6 hours, you
America.
guys, 9 hours West Coast, which is Jared Goff's time.
Jared Goff time, exactly. Jared Goff is relaxing in like a hot tub right now, trying to just recover and relax this all season.
What are the Powerball numbers for tonight? You know,
Oh, I heard about that.
13, 27, 42.
Bro, it's at like 600 million. Or I think it was higher than that.
$500 million. It's at like 5 something.
Only. Nah.
They're both at 5 something.
Trash.
All right, but anyway.
I got
Not
Seattle
bad.
big, bro.
So
Overall, I'm not
Seattle,
even thinking about this. You can put out these D3 quarterbacks, they're going to get slaughtered. Because I think quarterbacks win the games in the playoffs. They step up. Russell Wilson, he's proven it. He's been there enough. I don't care how bad defense Seattle has, which they do. You know, Seattle really has no pass rush. They're one of the worst defenses. Overall, though,
might be the worst.
I love the connection. This quarterback and superstar wide receiver connections.
So,
on
Mr.
every
International, are you going Seattle as well?
Oh, I'm going Seattle all day on this one.
I think
I'm going.
if
That's
we're
a
betting,
given. That's a given.
I think this is the one you bet big money on.
Yes, I might actually bet. Just the fact, like it's one -3. That's almost.
Well, we only bet like 1,000 or 2,000 per game on Tripod Sports, but like this game, you're saying you're about to you're going to throw out like 10,000.
Stem.
Easy
I
money.
got 7 kids, each of them 600. Stimulus.
Illegitimate childs, but the point is,
Looks like you had 7 kids.
Oh,
keep it together, boys.
Man loses 20 pounds and he just.
It's the camera too. It's the math.
Playoffs.
All right. Anyway, we're next up.
Move
we got
to the good games. Saturday night.
You
Who we
can't.
got?
Bucks Washington. How are you gonna?
This is a good game. What in our okay?
So I'm gonna start this off.
I'm
gonna keep going. So as I was saying, we got Bucks
As
Washington.
he's looking at the paper, tell him.
Bucks Washington. Bucks -8. We are in. We're in Washington. Temperature is going to be around 32 to 35 degrees. And Tom Brady has a bunch to prove in this game.
To prove he's got the most championships of any quarterback.
But it's
in
like
history.
it's like one
What-
of
what
those
does he
where
have
it's
to prove?
like he's in a lose-lose situation.
The GOAT.
If he wins, he should win. It's Washington. It's the team where
I'm gonna give
every-
a shout out to Clem real quick.
Go ahead.
Clem's secondary team that he picked to win the Super Bowl this year. Now I'll give props to Clem here. I remember I went back and listened to our very first. If you want to hear how bad we really were, listen to our first episode, which just like Joe Rogan. Listen to our first episode. We did a prediction this year on who was going to win the Super Bowl. Clem picked 2 teams.
Kansas City.
He picked Baltimore. Nobody picked Kansas City for us. He picked Baltimore, who's still in it. It's going to be a hard road, but they got a shot. And he actually picked Tampa Bay as his secondary surprise team. And I'm going to
9
give him
hours
props
ahead.
here.
9 hours ahead.
I don't know how he knew Antonio Brown was going to be getting 11 catches and 160 yards at the end of the season. And it's like him and Tom Brady are starting to feel this connection again. That offense is a little scary. And I don't feel safe for anybody who's going to be playing against Tom Brady in the playoffs. And
No,
their
not
defense is
just Tom
good
Brady.
too.
Tom Brady is a playoff quarterback.
The playoff Tom Brady.
He is
Yes,
the
it's a completely different person.
Bill Belichick is going to be taking notes on like, oh shit, this is
He's
what
gonna
I
be sitting
missed.
his bitch ass on the couch and watching like, fuck, I really ruined this.
Cam Newton, goner. But keep going, Josh.
Terrible.
So like I was saying, I feel like he's almost in a lose-lose for the fact that he has to beat Washington. If he wins, he should win. It's Washington. If he
Yep.
loses, he just got beat by Washington. So there is no like.
That is true.
Washington is the opposite. Washington's a win-win. Like, hey, it's Tom Brady. What do you expect? We only lost by a touchdown. Or
Team that
we
doesn't have a
beat
name,
them. No name.
not even 500.
No.
But-
Playing in the worst division when 3 possible teams, all with losing records, had a chance was depending on like
Last
it came
game.
down to the last game.
Your Dallas Cowboys had a shot.
They don't need to go to it
Oh,
because they're
sorry.
just going to embarrass
Sorry.
us in the playoffs.
Sorry, you're right. It's probably better. But I got a question. I'm going to swing back, ask you that
snap.
question again. Washington, number 1 or number 2 defense in
Washington.
the league?
Washington.
What team? What number? 1 or
God
2?
damn,
Two.
Washington.
You already guessed. Yes, you're right. Second best defense
He knew
in
where
the
I was
league.
going.
This is the thing. Washington's defense is sneaky good. They are amazing on all parts. Best
So should I just
defensive
put a
line.
check next to Washington for you?
Oh no, I didn't officially say that. What I'm trying to make it compelling here. I'm excited for this game because I want to see how Tom Brady plays against an amazing defense. Now, will Washington be able to move the ball on Tampa Bay? The only thing, I mean, it's at Washington, but I don't think they can have fans at the games. You know, there's like half the stadiums you can have up to like 2,000, some 20,000. You know, Jacksonville, shout out. You can have 22,000 people here.
Beaches open.
And we're excited. We're like, hey, bring them in. We'll take more. Point is,
Bring them out. Bring them out.
bring them out like T.I. The thing is, am I betting against Tom Brady? Playoff Tom Brady? No.
Definitely not.
No. Nope. Give me Tom Brady. I got him -8, but I got him only barely winning 10 to 14 points.
Okay.
I think it's going to be kind
I
of
can
close.
respect that.
And
I can.
can we give a quick shout out? Alex Smith had like 18 surgeries
Shout outs.
on one leg. Everybody thought they thought they had to
You're
amputate
stealing my
his
thunder
leg.
right now. You're
Oh.
stealing my thunder right now.
You know what? International Waters, he's got more updates on our boy. I want to hear from him, man. How do you feel about this game?
So earlier, Josh said, if I were to pick a team, this would be the team. Colts would be the movie. They could make a movie out of this.
Okay, he did say that.
Washington, this is the team. Alex Smith, greatest comeback player of all time.
True.
Alex Smith somehow randomly Washington goes all the way and wins the Super Bowl. This would be it. This would be the team.
Wait a second. Quick question.
Loses their name.
Title of the movie, is it No Name or what are we calling it?
No name. No name team. No name film.
They don't need a name. I love it.
They don't need a name.
And it's kind of like we're secretly, you root for the underdog, and Alex Smith is the ultimate
100%.
underdog.
100%.
You
But
know?
that's not going to happen. Tom Brady's. They're probably going to win by 21. Chase Young fucked up by saying that he wanted Tom. He wanted Tom. He wanted Tom.
Yeah.
Not so fast.
Let's talk real quick about that, Clem. You know, that's my boy, Ohio State alum, maybe the best defensive end besides him and Joey Bosa. Like, they're top 1 and 2, especially in the recent years, but maybe the best ever for Ohio State defensive lines. How do you feel about him calling out Tom Brady? I love the balls on it because, you know, like he deserves it. Defensive
It was a
Rookie of
pull.
the Year. He deserves that award. But calling out the GOAT like that? How do you feel about that?
It was a little much.
Yeah.
It was a little much. I was like, okay. It's one of those things where it's like I respect it because it's a bold move, but at the same time, it's one of those where you're like, know your place. Know your place. And
You're-
you're going up against
you're a rookie,
quarterback
okay?
of all time.
You grab Tom Brady's bags, you walk him to the stadium, you drop him off at the locker room, and then shine his rings. You know, all 6 of them that are on more than one hand. So that's where no matter what, when I love when people talk about like Patrick Mahomes already is the GOAT. No, Tom Brady is the GOAT. You know, Patrick Mahomes still has a lot to prove. And this year is going to be a big one. I'm excited for what he's going to do, you know, like what's going to happen with this year, man. That's our Saturday rundown of these games. I think Saturday's going a little easy on us. I don't think those are the great games. I think Sunday's where they're saving the really good ones.
Definitely. So Sunday, first game we got Baltimore, Tennessee.
Oh, my. You know what?
What's the spread on that, Waddle? What's the spread on that? Because I can't tell.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm calling this the game of the The wild card playoffs. This is my
Hold
toss.
on, no, seriously, what number is that?
That's a
Playoffs?
-3.
It's a 3?
-3, but if you know anything about spreads, which you do because it's a podcast,
100%.
-3 is pretty much the home team automatically gets 3 points. So that means it's a even game. If they were playing on a neutral field, it's a even game. That shows you Vegas, America, North Dakota, because they're not part of America. Even back in Italy with our boy
Jay Clem?
Jay Clem. I almost throw out Josh. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's a toss-up. This is my most exciting game that I'm looking forward to the most.
Solid game. Definitely, I will agree with you. Game of the week, 100%. If I had a game of the week button, I would press it right now, but I don't.
We don't have that yet?
No, I think the only thing we got is this.
Okay. Or we need you to get on that. If you're watching right now, we need a game
Hey,
of
if
the
we're
week
watching,
button.
Clem's got something to say.
Me or and get on that.
And you owe Clem some money. Did I say it?
He said it.
I
All right,
said
moving on. So, Baltimore, Tennessee. I will tell you, ever since I watched the movie Blindside, I've always had a little soft spot for Baltimore.
Oh my God! Here we go.
You know,
the
I'm
guy doesn't
saying-
even play for the team anymore.
No, he doesn't. But when I got done watching the movie, I literally went home.
He's washed.
I watched it on a Sunday. I went
He was
home,
he's no Joe Thomas.
and Baltimore was playing, and I just thought. First of all, it's a great movie. You can't say it's not a good movie.
Okay, you're talking about a movie though.
No. You didn't even let
Michael
me fucking
Orr was a
finish.
great player, yes, but he was a average.
All I'm saying is I like Baltimore. It went from the movie to Baltimore. Baltimore was my defense for fantasy this season.
okay.
They did solid. They didn't you didn't see it. You didn't let me even get to where I was going before both of y'all fucking cut me
You
off.
brought in Michael Orr, and I didn't
No,
think
I
we were
brought
going
in the
to
blind
fantasy
side. I brought in the
football.
money. Or I brought in the movie. And so I'm just saying kind of like my ladder of my history
Movie?
with Baltimore.
Boom, 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 boom,
So
boom.
I don't think our fans know this.
Let him
This is
know.
not what I was gonna expect. This is not what I was gonna expect Josh to bring up. I did not expect Josh to bring up The Blind Side.
hey, you give me something, I can
Hold
bring
on,
up a movie
Bro,
for it.
He loves his
Give me-
movies, doesn't he, Clem?
He is a movie critic, but what I'm getting at is all of our fans. You guys know us on tripod. You don't know us deep down inside. But Josh is the softest out of all of us.
Really?
Josh is
You think so?
Is a sentimental guy.
Yes.
Man, I need to go
I
stab
thought
somebody.
I really thought Josh was gonna bring up.
Trust me, hey, I can mute you by the drop of a
Let's
hat.
hear this though. This is good.
We'll
Let's-
see. We'll see. You
Let's
see
hear
this?
it.
You see this? Yeah.
This
Come
is
on.
a story I want to hear
Josh?
about.
Was gonna bring up. This is an important game. Baltimore and the Titans.
Oh, well, you think I was going Vince Young? No?
No,
Oh.
no. I thought you were gonna bring up something else. I thought you were gonna bring up where we were watching Baltimore against Titans last year. Us three boys in a bar, random hotel in Hawaii, for God's sakes. Don't know where the fuck.
Talk about a dive bar. A dive bar in Hawaii. The dive
Definition
Yes.
dive bar.
$1 beers
Playing
in
pool.
Hawaii.
Dollar beer. And it's not no small. It's dollar, 16-ounce draft beer.
In Hawaii, everything is, inflated like by
It was also underground
50%.
too. It was underground. It wasn't like above ground because it was under the hotel.
It was I don't even know how we found that place.
Great place.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say great. They have free
at the hotel
popcorn.
on-
No, free popcorn, dollar beer,
We probably are
decent
still
pool table,
30, 40-year-old chicks playing pool with us.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, I beat Josh in pool that day. I remember that.
He hasn't beat me since.
That's not the point. It was the last time we played dive bar, and that's
So-
where Tennessee ran all over Baltimore, literally.
Baltimore
Stiff arm
all day. So that's where I'm going,
because of Michael Orr. I
No.
love it.
because they
Great.
proved to me in
Say-
fantasy they had a solid season of fantasy.
Tell him, last few weeks, Lamar Jackson has. This is what the old Lamar we thought. The last 3 to 4 weeks, Lamar Jackson is killing it. He's running the ball. He's throwing it. He's doing his thing. But the problem is, you still got to stop Derrick Henry, the kryptonite for Baltimore. Because you know what? It takes out possessions from Lamar Jackson, and Derrick Henry is going to run the ball all over. And I think even Ryan Tannehill is even better of a quarterback than he was last year. And my man Brown at the receiver, number 11, Julio Jr., we want to call him. That is his favorite player. He's a beast. Everybody from Tennessee, I'm so impressed with them. I'm impressed with Mike Vrabel as a coach. I think he's done a great job. I think Tennessee is a team you need to be scared of. I got Tennessee in this game. Tennessee is going to not just win. They're covering the spread.
They're winning big?
Not winning big. This is going to be a close game.
Okay.
Close game. 6 to 7 points.
All right, Mr. International, what do you got?
Yeah, quick and simple. Just like Brett said, I got Tennessee.
So I'll put it like right now. Both you and Waddle have the exact same picks so far.
I mean, great minds think alike.
We're smart.
Yeah, what can you say? I mean, at this point of the...
Okay.
This isn't like... This is the nitty-gritty.
Okay.
This is the playoffs.
All right.
We'll do something different.
Bad wager? Playoff.
There it is. All right.
It's like a parrot from Aladdin, you know? Like, give me something. You know, you just say playoffs.
Playoff?
Playoffs?
All right. So moving on.
It'll be all right.
If I had a
They can see
Don't have the button.
They can see the roadcaster.
next game. I'm assuming this says Chicago versus Saints.
That's weird. We went over it, but yes. Whoop, whoop.
Do you want me to show the camera? Anyway, Chicago Saints minus 10. Minus 10 with home field advantage. This, to me, is also a
We
no-brainer.
just skip it.
No-brainer.
Let's go quick on it.
Going Saints all day.
Here's the thing. I think this is Drew Brees' last shot. He knows it. New Orleans knows it. Drew Brees is he's got his weapons back. Kamara's back from COVID. Our boy Michael Thomas, I don't know what he's been doing all season. He's getting in fights. He's sitting out games. He might have
Is he
COVID.
still in the league? Or?
Exactly. Apparently, Michael
idea.
Thomas is back. He will be there for the playoffs. I think they win big in this one.
Playoff?
I think it's going to be. This is my blowout of the week. I'm sorry, Chicago.
So minus 10. What do you
Blowout of the week.
20 plus?
Boom! 20 plus.
20 plus.
I like that.
You better hear it here first, Richardson. It's a blowout.
Richardson, sit your ass down. I wish we could have him on just for this little spot, but you know what?
call him?
He's probably at the Capitol watching it.
No, he's definitely no one's at the Capitol.
Oh, there it is.
Anyway, this is a politic-free podcast. We don't.
Climb that wall. Climb that wall.
Oh, shit.
Burn the Capitol down.
All right, Richardson, we give respect to you. We miss you, man. Whenever you want to hit us back, let us know.
Yeah. Jay Clem, just say it for the record.
Saints.
Don't worry.
All right.
We're going to have something different. I feel it coming up.
I don't. Ooh, if you do,
Oh, it's on there.
Next game.
We got the...
next
I
game
call
we
this-
got the Cleveland Browns versus Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm assuming that's Steelers.
Steelers are minus
Steelers
6.
minus 6. Again, this is going to be a colder game. No snow. 32 to 34 degrees.
I think they saved the best for last. This is a rematch of Week 17. Now, Big Ben didn't play. Numerous players didn't play for the Steelers. Thing is, this is Cleveland finally making it to the playoffs.
Oh, I already know where you're going.
Playoff.
I think you know where I'm going.
I know
on
where
this
you're
one.
going.
Am I a Baker fan? No, I've never been a good baking guy. I'm more of a, I like
Gravy guy.
I like to cook it on the grill, maybe in a copper. I'm not a baker.
You should have his
I am
gravy
a
for
gravy
Thanksgiving.
guy. My point is, I like what's around him. Nick Chubb, the running game. I love the wide receivers of Jarvis Landry. Odell Beckham coaching from the sidelines because his ass is hurt again. They got good. You got Austin Hooper at tight end. Overall, they have a good defense. Myles Garrett, great. Even the Steelers have a great defense. Thing is, I think Big Ben is too old. And I think this is going to be his retirement, sayonara party. I think Big Ben's going to have to hang up that jersey right after this game. And Clem, I think you got some inside information on somebody running their mouth too much in Seattle. Or not Seattle, sorry. in the Steelers organization, Pittsburgh, I don't know why this always surrounds them. Mike Tomlin doesn't love that. He's not a fan of this outside activity getting out. But let's talk about it.
Well, there's two players on the Steelers, right, that are very viral. They love social media.
Oh, yeah.
One of them is Chase Claypool,
Mm-hmm.
and the other is Juju Smith. Juju decided to run his mouth and make a very bold statement and talk his shit, saying the Browns is the Browns. Like, just disrespecting them, letting them know, like, it's just the Browns. The same old Browns.
What did he say? He
But
said,
here's the
I
thing.
don't care who's on the team. He said, the Browns are still just the Browns, right? It was something like that.
Something like that. It was like the Brown. Yeah. All I know is the main thing he said was the Browns are just the Browns.
The Browns.
Okay. So if he says that, you have to put up numbers now.
You got to have a
has to put up
touchdown.
numbers now.
You have to have
You have to.
8
have to do
catches,
something.
100 yards, and a touchdown. When you say
Don't
shit
get
like
fucking
that,
rocked like you did that one game. Like,
obviously he didn't learn his lesson, right? Because it's been 2 games. 2 games ago, that's what happened, right? He talked that shit.
yeah.
He got rocked and fumbled in the very first catch of the game for him, and then they ended up losing that game. And that's when they were on that losing streak. They lost like 3 or 4 straight games when the Steelers were undefeated.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, Juju, shut up. Just play the game. You're not at that level. Like, when I think of, like, elite wide receivers, I don't think Juju is at that level yet. If Odell talks, Odell
No.
deserves it. He's...
Absolutely not.
What?
Chase is Juju and Chase are both wide receivers now, where it's like you guys cannot talk.
Exactly. Now,
I would put DK easily in front of them.
DK can talk. He deserves it this year.
DK can talk. He can talk his shit.
Mm-hmm. And that's the
But
thing. You got to know
I'm
as a
thinking-
wide receiver, like, he's not putting up those numbers. He doesn't even have 10 to 15 touchdowns this year. Like, if Devontae Adams, who never talks, if he was to talk, I'd be like, okay, he deserves it.
Respect it.
I respect it. He can say whatever he wants. Julio Jones back in the day, Megatron, those receivers are the ones who can talk. But you know what's surprising? They don't talk. They just let their numbers do the talking. I'm not trying to say they can't talk. Wide receivers, I like when they're vocal because cornerbacks like to be vocal too. And that's just, it's like a shit-talking game. Who can talk the most shit? And you know what? Jalen Ramsey usually wins, and he shows out on the field. But I don't think, like Juju, I don't think he can back that talk up.
But we will find out come Monday.
Come
morning.
Sunday night.
I'm saying Monday morning we will know everything.
Sunday night.
Sunday.
That's from it's from you know what? Not with me on that one.
All right, so your official pick, Cleveland, I'm assuming.
Oh, should I totally flip it on you right this millisecond?
Nope, we've already wrote it down on permanent ink.
On permanent
Joseph.
ink, I have
Joseph.
Cleveland barely covering the spread. And you know what? First off, they're covering the spread, but I like Cleveland to barely win this game by 2 points. I think a late field goal wins it for them.
Joseph,
All.
are you going to let this be the deciding factor? If
Come
y'all
on.
pick
We can't have the
same?
exact same
This-
picks.
This right here is the deciding factor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Steelers in this one.
Woo!
The Browns don't have their head coach.
Yes.
They barely beat the second string Steelers.
True.
They're overrated. Nolan, I hope you're listening. They are trash. They will always be trash. And I'll back Juju up. The Browns are just the Browns. I can say because I'm a fan.
Juju dancing on that beat. Dancing on that beat.
Dancing on that beat. Yeah, yeah.
He
yeah.
dancing on the half.
Let him go. Where you from?
All right,
Josh,
so
show us what you got.
that's I'm good right now.
Give me the
I'm
Juju
solid.
dance.
Never heard of him.
That's a problem.
Anyway, so that wraps up all the games for this weekend.
Wait, who'd you officially go with on that one?
Oh, I said it first. Steelers,
The Steelers.
The Steelers.
Steel City,
I like it. It's gonna be a good one.
Pittsburgh.
What else do we need to look forward to, man? Let's tell the fans if they're watching, whether
If
you're
you're watching
on
right
YouTube-
now at the end,
and
let us know.
If you're watching right now, all you need to do is text the number 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9, and you will get $300 from Josh Campos. But either way, we appreciate you listening, no matter what, whether it's through our podcast audio version from Anchor.
If you're listening audio version, go check out the podcast. Go check out the video.
Go look at what we've
If it's
done,
up,
man.
If it's up. If it's not up, then don't have
No. Josh already said officially it's going to be up Saturday morning. We got to show
Saturday
off
morning.
everything we've done. We're playing golf on Sunday. We're excited. Oh, yeah. I didn't even give out the big announcement. Your boy's fully vaccinated.
He is.
Second dose. Just got it.
Finally got
of
your balls chopped?
the COVID 19, 20. I don't know what they're calling it now.
Does this vaccine, does it cover the new strand that's coming out?
It does.
Nice.
It does. And what I will say, if you're still watching and like you want to legit, like no joking around, I'm fine. Get the vaccine. Get it.
Show that big old fucking herpy back of yours.
You ever seen the Hunchback of Notre Dame? That's what I look like. But guess what? You know what? I'm vaccinated. Point is, man, we love everybody listening. You got anything else you want to add?
Nothing.
Man, I'm excited
Yes,
for
sir.
this. We need
Jay
to do
Clem,
like
you got
a
anything?
biggest loser
One thing I
competition.
have to add is Herbert Rookie of the Year.
He
Full
deserves
cup, baby.
it. You know what? From a James Robinson fan, from Jaguars, Jacksonville, Florida. Shout out to Justin Herbert. He did his thing, man. Have a drink with us, baby. Whoop!